Why does all life ultimately end in death? This is a question we all know, and yet we don't really know. In fact, it's not just life. The Earth and even the entire universe are all born to die. This is a fundamental law of the universe. No one can change it. 500 million years ago, in the distant M742 star system, a conscious being once asked the captain, "What is the ultimate fate of the universe?" Entropy. What is entropy? It's an incredibly powerful concept, yet not so easy to understand. In the early 19th century, physicists discovered that energy powers the world, and they successfully established the law of conservation of energy. That the total amount of energy remains constant, but one problem remained unsolved. Energy can never be converted with 100% efficiency. They tried countless methods, but couldn't reduce energy loss to zero. So, they called the unusable energy wasted during conversion entropy. Later, this concept was formalized as the second law of thermodynamics. That energy conversion will always produce entropy. In other words, perpetual motion machines are impossible. Put simply, entropy can be seen as a measure of disorder. The second law of thermodynamics tells us, all things tend toward maximum entropy. That means, without the intervention of external forces, things will always evolve toward greater chaos. Why do cars break down more easily when left unused? Why do homes get dirtier when left uncleaned? Why is it that good things never last? Colorful clouds scatter and glass is fragile? Because maintaining a beautiful state requires energy. Without energy intervention, that state will inevitably come to an end. Life is no different. From the moment a life is born, its entropy begins to slowly increase, and the food that sustains life is energy used to fight against entropy. In other words, from the very beginning, you've been fighting against death. You can only slow down the rise of entropy, but never stop it completely. When entropy reaches a certain threshold, life ends. And the only thing you can control is how fast or slow it gets there. The same logic applies to human civilization. From the moment our ancestors first harnessed fire to today's rapid technological progress, in a deeper sense, human society doesn't necessarily evolve toward higher levels. On the contrary, like everything else in the universe, it tends toward disorder, toward chaos. Why do high-tech inventions and new energy sources only suppress entropy in different ways? Because we need energy to keep the world stable and ordered, and that comes with a price. Pollution, global warming, mass extinction, and so on. Physicists tell us entropy can never be eliminated. To create local order, we must transfer disorder somewhere else. From the moment scientists discovered entropy, it was already determined. Immortality is impossible. Everything trends toward chaos. Since the Big Bang 13.8 billion years ago, the universe has been moving toward disorder. From the tiniest life forms to massive celestial bodies, it seems certain things were predestined. Each thing has its own threshold. Some ocean-dwelling creatures live only 2 days, while turtles can live for hundreds of years. Scale that up to celestial bodies, and the sun's lifespan reaches 10 billion years. 100 years is nothing in the universe. But for humans, it's long enough. According to the law of entropy, even the universe will one day die. So what force governs entropy? What lies beyond the universe? Maybe we'll never know.